Williams at the beach. We're gonna wait for him in a hangout house.
Found nobody?
Yeah, I'm here just searching up some videos.
A troll is someone who wants our trouble, you know? I'm guessing you're gonna play another one?
Yes.
Hi, Commander.
Trophy. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't go around hungry.
And I'll give you a clue on what this one is. It's a program full of animals.
Hello, Commander.
Look behind you.
Happy Tree Friends! I love this show!
So do I. I cannot recall, but there's one thing. I can't recall half of the names.
Let's see. I can tell you the name.
All right, let's
Okay,
just check.
that one, Lumpy, featuring Cuddles.
All those
Mole.
guys.
Yes. Oh, I've seen this one.
Oh yeah. This one's my favorite episode. Let me
I
just,
can't get up there.
because it's grating on my ears.
How do you decrease the rain volume?
On myself.
There we go.
Here we go. If Fluttershy actually reacted to this, then safe to say. Wait, do you have her saved, Commando?
Hey, what?
Do you have Fluttershy saved?
I don't have one.
Well, let's just see what she says when she sees this. That's your cue, Skywalk.
Oh my, they seem to be doing can.
Ah, that old trick where you try to hit someone's voice through a can. That's a thing you gotta know about Lumpy. He's an idiot.
Right? Oh, we're just gonna try. No!
Trust me, it gets better. That's just gonna make him sneeze. That's small. About smaller. About the same size as diamond tiaras.
Oh! Uh-oh.
Oh, well, I can recall one character trait. The mole is blind.
Yep.
Yeah, the bleeding bone!
Oh!
It's not gonna work, you're as blind as a bat! Robbery! Daylight robbery there. Well, I can recall this one.
Oh, giggles.
Too late!
Our other friend's coming back.
You set off your own alarm, you dick! If the neighbours heard this, then I would not like to be the neighbour of Lumpy.
I would need to be in the
Hey, look!
yeah.
Look
No, Flippy!
Run! Chopper! Fly!
Run away, Flippy! Run away!
The thing about him, he gets Vietnam flashbacks. What, must have had a Vietnam flashback.
So that's why he kills people.
Yeah, Vietnam. He just won't shut up. Honestly, if I had to live next door to Lumpy, I would have gone insane as well.
Your other friend was trying to get in here, dear.
Oh, who was that?
The one with the Y.
Oh, right, yeah. It did say this is invite plus, so joiners can invite him.
Yep.
Hey, oh, this reminds.
It won't let me invite him here.
Or maybe Commando can try. Oh, that's close. Are you insane? Really? Actions speak louder than words.
Welcome back.
Why are you
The moral of this.
friends?
The moral of this story is actions speak louder than words. Ah,
Disturbing.
I've heard of this one. Double whammy.
This one.
Hey, I know this episode. Wow, that joke.
Oh, Andy.
How come he's called Handy when he has no hands? Look, war flashback. Right there. Oh, fine. Now he sees a therapist. Although I probably would not trust Lumpy as a therapist.
How stupid he is, no.
That's a bomb.
No!
That's not even
Why would you do that?
incoming. No, not the fish. The fish. There was a fish in that one too.
Meditate.
Well, at least he's not stupid enough to know how to meditate. Well, at least he knows how to meditate. Welcome, the ponies react. Have anyone noticed that he kind of sounds like Macintosh?
Right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Mine.
Oh.
Oh no.
This is bound to get him triggered.
This is trigger. This is Oh no.
I'm serious. Is it really possible to kill someone like that?
Probably. They have a very powerful autocannon.
Yeah.
Yay, it's the happy land.
Penguins!
Cheers.
I need that
Huh? It's retarded! Kinda sounded like how you thought that?
And he caused all of this in the dream?
Just wait for it.
nightmares.
Pills.
Please, are you
All the
okay?
pills.
Bill's here!
Pills.
actually a two-part episode.
Two heads are better than one.
Not really in this case.
No.
Auto spy trivia.
Oh, topsy-turvy.
Hey! Crow marmots! Crow marmots in this episode. He's been cryogenically frozen. Whoa! What?
What's the point there? Why did you leave us down? Oh,
I just woke up again.
they're not here.
Oh, that's previously. Oh, that's what
That's
happened
what
previously.
And now we cut back. Pills here!
And then he appeared.
Here comes! Incoming!
No one tell you, Winnie. He is what Winnie.
Cuckoo! Wow! Now that is smart! Using that as a gun! The... Oh, out of ammo! Reloading! Surprise! In time!
I like Mulhat is just listening to music and not even paying attention.
He can't pay attention at all, he's blind!
Lifty and Shifty.
Yes, that's fair.
There goes my
Idiots, that guy. please a crowd.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And to think, and ironically, this episode was released on Friday the 13th.
Oh my god.
Because it feels like a Friday the 13th parody.
How are you?
Anyways, no, I'm not doing cupcakes again. Oh. Stop! It's playing by itself. I need to select a new video. Ah. Aha! Huzzah!
Did it work?
Huzzah!
Ah,
Might be
here.
wondering, what is this?
Oh, are you okay?
Make a wish.
I like you.
Count to 3.
Day in Teletubby Land.
Snoop Dogg was in the background.
Okay.
Dipsy liked looking through the telescope.
Want to join my free gift card giveaway? Subscribe to my channel, like the video, and turn notifications on. And
It's
finally,
fake.
tell me in the comment section below.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
You ugly little plate. Nuke 'em. Nuke 'em. Perfect.
You finally done?
How was that? Glad you liked it.
Yeah.
But wait, I've got an idea. Let's have the CMC react to these. Alright, Skywalk, here's Sweetie Belle. And you can have... You forgot to change your voice. And, you can have Skulu. And... Now me.
I enjoy watching these videos.
So do I.
Alright, girls, what's next?
Let's see. What do you think's next, Skidaloo?
I don't know. Are you YouTube?
Yes.
Well, let's see what's on.
I like you.
So do I.
That's a pig.
Very hot daddy.
It is a very hot day.
Yes,
What
it
a
is.
lovely
Hot day. Pepper and George are wearing their very hot boots. They are going to
We
jump
can
in
see
muddy, very
that.
hot puddles.
I love muddy puddles. Oh,
The sun is so hot that the puddles have dried up.
mummy, Daddy! The puddles are all very hot and we can't jump in them.
Pepper and George are wearing Mummy Pig's swimming costume. And Daddy Pig is wearing the very hot tent.
Come on, George.
Wait for it.
Pepper holds Daddy Pig's hose. And Mummy Pig turns on the George.
Ice cream! Ice cream! Miss Rabbit! Ice cream! Lady! Ice cream!
George loves his dinosaur ice lolly so much he doesn't want to eat it.
Enjoy the weather.
George, I really think you should eat your ice lolly before it melts and falls on the ground.
Balls on the ground.
Oh dear. George's dinosaur ice lolly has melted and fallen on the ground.
Gee.
Never mind, George.
Daddy Pig does look hot.
Pepper and George love the hot day.
Wow.
How was that?
Yeah.
Sweetie Belle, what do you think was your reaction?
That's
I
I'm
Sweetie
here.
Belle,
I'm here. I'm sorry. Something.
What do you think was your reaction?
I liked it. Well, I haven't even. Yes. So I sprayed one in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Spray.
Hey,
Poop.
What was your favourite part?
Well, to be honest, I had to step away for a minute because something was going on.
Oh.
So I didn't even get to see it.
ah,
What was your guys' reaction to the video, though?
Honestly, it was good. Well, there was one part that it kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, no.
And I think it was that one scene where,
Goo goo gaga.
wow, good nightmare.
Well, I guess I can only play games made for babies now. And I'm not talking about playing games made for children. Have you seen my fingers? I can't even pet my dog with these skin-coloured cocktail sausages. I'm talking about playing games made for babies. Not Muppet Race Mania, not Stuart Little 2, not Powerpuff Girls, not even Rugrats Totally Fanny. Games made for actual toddlers, the lowest common denominator of human. I mean, it only makes sense. Picture this. You're a dad. You get yourself a best-selling video game console like the PS1. You play it non-stop. Your wife asks you why you haven't said hello to her for 3 weeks or why the baby is cooking your chicken casserole for dinner, and she begins to blame the body gams for you being a neglectful dad. But then you turn around and tell her that no! It isn't because you're addicted to Disney Tarzan. That can't be it. Because this isn't your PlayStation, it's the family's PlayStation. See? There's also games for our children too. I have always seen games for really young kids who don't know any better as the ultimate shameless excuse for adults who don't want to own the fact that they wanted an electronic toy to play with for themselves. You know, they're kind of like a checkmate in the chess of bad marriages. These games are more or less always some of the lowest quality attempts at making a video game in the first place. Because why bother with the effort when it's a stupid little cretin called Benjamin that's gonna play it and won't care about any of the glaring issues the game has? They just want the thing that has Peppa Pig's face on it. They'll make their parents buy it. It doesn't matter if it's good. It's guaranteed cash. What's that? You don't want some healthy strawberry and peach biscuits for a snack? Well, how about we stick Peppa's face on them and I told you they were Peppa's skin flakes? That's tasty, right? Now shut up and eat your pepper chops. See, that's why I think these games are the smoking gun that parents addicted to video games are able to use as a getaway reason for why they bought a console in the first place. They have little to no merit aside from just existing for extremely young kids in a family. Adults will never buy them for themselves. Well, and they are all mostly objectively terrible cash grabs. So what else could they possibly be other than a justification for a terrible mum or dad to feel like they aren't ignoring their kids while playing video games? By giving them a video game, no matter how terrible it is, proves that this console wasn't a selfish purchase. It was made for your family, right? Well, that, or the kids recognize a famous character on the box and then start screaming and punching you in the shins until you buy the game for them. But the joke's on them, because if you buy it for them, they get to play Tweenie's Game Time when they get home. Now, indeed, I have talked plenty about PS1 baby games on my channel before. In fact, I used to do it years ago before my channel underwent some changes. I took a look at 321 Smurf, designed for 4-year-olds to be a kid's first ever kart racing game. And it's okay, a few too many Smurfs though. I took a look at the Tweenie's Game Time, one of the ugliest and most insultingly simple games I've ever played that reminded me of a Razorhead. And it also didn't have the budget to give the characters clothes.
I've got a wizard's hat.
Well, where is it?
I took a look at Thomas the Tank Engine, a massive activity factory that was surprisingly content-packed and lovingly made when it had no reason to be. All of those creepy faces aside. Only problem is, it was Japanese exclusive, so the fanbase from the country the series was made never got to see it. Man, I wish I could go to Japan. In one of my earliest videos, I even took a look at Santa Claus Saves the Earth, and that was... I'm sorry, everyone. I haven't been this emotional since I saw Saving Ryan's Privates. But today I went above and beyond. I found 11 PS1 games made for babies, and I'm gonna play all of them for you, whether you like it or not.
You're fine.
Look, I'm not happy about it either, but I mean, what else am I supposed to do with hands like this? Ah!
Oh, wow.
Well, I've already come this far, so I might as well keep going. The first game I'll take a look at is Disney Learning with Winnie the Pooh. How much is it? Who in their right mind would pay for this? So let's play Party Time with Winnie the Pooh instead. Now you and all of your friends can have a party with Pooh. Then leads us to a title screen. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Chubby little cubby with black dead eyes. Okay, time to enter my name. Hello, my name is Munt. And you know what? I'm feeling a bit hardcore, so I'm gonna dabble with a bit of hard difficulty mode today. And I think I'm gonna pick Tigger because he looks a little drunk and needs some help getting home. Weirdly enough though, there's no choice to pick Eeyore. I think he might have finally done it. The real story begins and it turns out there's a treasure map that appears out of thin air and we all want to follow it to find Rabbit's secret stash after it gets thrown into the air.
My pot!
Gopher pops up from under the ground like the filthy vermin he is and gets the map stuck on his back, angers a load of bees and runs away. So we have to chase him to get our map back. The game begins, Gopher runs for about 3 seconds and then we're stuck in a loading screen. We play about a minute of a mini game and then we're stuck in a loading screen. Gopher runs for about 3 seconds, we slump along like we were caught evading our taxes and then we're stuck in a loading screen. We play another mini game for about a minute, watch Tigger get possessed by Beelzebub and then we're stuck in a loading screen.
This game's loading screens are perfect for children, because obviously they're so well known for their high attention spans.
I know it looks a lot like Mario Party, but it really is. It's completely linear with nothing interesting happening on the board sections aside from just moving forward. There's no luck element to make things more interesting. And how far you move along the board is based entirely on your performance in the mini-games each character lands on. And as far as my performance in the mini-games go, it's quite frankly terrible. Since every time I push bombs back in this mini-game, they decide to teleport back to me and make me fail. The other mini-games are just as insipid though. When you aren't driving around in a circle 15 times, you're stuck in a tiny arena collecting fruit and throwing it into a basket. This one happens quite a lot actually, and I'm really good at it too because I can drop an unlimited supply of bananas behind my feet every half a second.
Well, that was a good start. I wonder what else I can find online.
Ah, there we go. Blue's Clues. Blue's Big Musical. What? Come on, guys! Why are these games for toddlers worth so much money?
I can't afford these prices. I'm not a policeman.
So while I'm fishing around for a better price, why don't I check out Molten Menace by Fisher-Price? Oh yes, in the 90s and early 2000s, a video game didn't even need to be about a movie or a TV show to sell out to the kids. Sometimes you could even base them on baby toys and get away with it. Alrighty then, so what's going on here then?
Let's go.
Yeah, come on team, let's go! What is this? Why is everyone running like an inflated chimp? Is this how I'm supposed to run? Have I been doing it wrong? Why does this man look like he wants to kiss me? Why is this man eating his own face?
Time to test that training.
But I haven't even done any training! Asylum Entertainment, you say? Good to know that's where I'll end up after playing this! Oh god, another name entry screen? Fine. Rumpy Pumpy. You know, for a video game with a story for children about an erupting volcano murdering everyone in a city, I'm pretty confused by the noises they went with for planes crashing into buildings. How did they even make that sound effect, and who decided that was where it would fit best? You know what, this reminds me, I need to finish the sound engineering on my car safety short film. So all you do in this game is move around a city to rescue people and animals. You do this by grabbing them with a claw machine, or by just being near them. That's it, that's the whole game. What, you were expecting more? Power-ups? Enemies? Jumping? No! This is a game you put on when Benjamin won't shut up! It doesn't matter if you're in the air or on the ground, you are doing the same thing with more or less the same controls, and there's nothing else you can say about it. It's bland, it's repetitive, and when this lady jumps into her plane to check all of her controls are working, she sounds like this.
Check.
The back of the box states that it builds problem-solving and thinking skills, but I've got to vehemently disagree with them. There's no problem-solving going on here, you just move and collect stuff, nothing more. I suppose the game is kind of educational though. I mean, I now know that paragliders can suspend you in the exact same place in mid-air forever. I now know that volcanic rocks erupting into my face will make me dizzy. And I now know that giraffes can climb on rooftops.
Oh nice, look at that. The sun's out. Play with the Teletubbies.
Recommended for age 2 and over. Would 1-year-olds find this too much? Okay, hang on a second, guys. I thought this was called Play with the Teletubbies, not Watch the Teletubbies Stare at You. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that this game isn't pushing the PS1 to its limits. Yeah, I know, a shocking assumption, I'm aware. But with that being said, why didn't they just use the Teletubbies show intro as FMV in the game itself? If they're not gonna do that, they could at least animate the models. How is this gonna get the kiddie winks excited? Nothing is happening, and I feel like Dipsy's judging me.
Where have the Teletubbies gone?
Well, there. And after one of the most static introductions to a kids game I've ever seen, we now have a character selection screen that's even worse. This is all you have, folks. No music, no sound effects, just the abyss of deafening silence while the Teletubbies look over their shoulders for the police after they committed arson. I suppose it doesn't matter, but for now I'll go with Tinky Winky, for no other reason than because while he walks around, he sings about wetting himself.
Pinkle winkle, Tinky Winky, pinkle winkle, Tinky Winky.
Ooh, look at that! I found Tinky Winky's red handbag. Let's pick it up.
Tinky Winky. Again.
What? He found picking up the handbag so enthralling that he wants to do it again. Aren't you gonna look in there at least? There might be something even more fun inside.
Again!
Did I just beat level 1? Okay, then I'll go over to the windmill instead. And after I click on it, it throws me into another cutscene. And I'm gonna ask this again. Why, when there's so little on this disc to begin with, don't they just use clips from the show whenever there's a cutscene that copies exactly a part of the show? It would look so much better than this. I don't want to see the Teletubbies twitching on the floor after being beaten up and mugged. Oh, okay, so they can use FMV. They just chose not to for whenever the Teletubbies are on screen. You know, the things that the game is about. Hello. 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 Hello.
I'm Ella.
And I'm David Bowie.
This is our dog Alice.
You know, if I buy a game called Play with the Teletubbies, I expect a game where I, play with the Teletubbies. If I were a toddler that was a fan of the Teletubbies, why would I bother playing this game where all I can do is watch badly redone scenes of the show with fat and ugly models, when I can just watch the show itself on VHS? Equally, if I wanted to watch random people I don't care about engage in illegal dogfights in the woods, I'd just watch that instead. When did this game come out? 1999. Well, if that's the case, then the best thing about this painful FMV sequence is that all of these dogs are definitely dead now. Okay, then let's keep on looking around. What's going on with this train then?
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologise for the delays on your journey today, but a mental infant has decided to grab each end of the train and pull it apart. Thank you.
You know what? I'm officially hooked. Let's keep looking around. We'll go inside, and as soon as we do, the game becomes Resident Evil, complete with pre-rendered backgrounds, fixed camera angles, and utterly horrific atmospheric sound effects in the background.
Does look a bit like
I don't know what to do though, so let's click on this thing.
It was time for Tubby Toast.
Oh! Hello there, man! Why do we have a narrator all of a sudden? The Tubby Toast Maker takes us to a mini-game where we can, what else, make Tubby Toast, then sit down and eat it. And all the while, the vacuum cleaner with eyes stares at you while you eat. Don't you hate it when they do that? Oh, and you can make Tinky Winky cough over and over again like he's dying from the plague. Inside the dome, you can also make a bowl of tubby custard, except you can't, because this simpleton decides to turn on the machine without putting a bowl underneath it first, so it ends up going all over the floor. And instead of cleaning it up himself, decides to sneak away from the crime scene, leaving footprints of blood in his wake. Oh well, at least Nunu loves a bit of blood.
Again!
How about no?
You know what? Before I get into the next game, I think I need to change the scenery around here a little bit. In order to play like a baby, I must feel like a baby. So how about I do the rest of this video in an inflatable chair? I got it at the inflatable shop at a discount because they had no more inflatable dolls left. Get it in my... This is taking way too long. I suppose the good thing about this is that if I get a little bit too excited, you'll be able to hear me moving and tell me to calm down. Who needs inflatable dolls for action when you've got a chair? Whoopsie! It looks like I've just kissed my subscription to ExpressVPN, the sponsors of today's video. But what does VPN stand for? Violating potatoes.
ExpressVPN is an incredible data encryption service I have used for over a year now, which keeps your info completely secure whenever you're online and protects you all from the dodgy men you see in cafes. Don't be fooled, he doesn't like the way you look. He wants a date with your bank account details. Not only that, but it's fantastic at shielding your IP address to make your browser think you're hiding in another country.
And I'm sure you have a completely legal reason to do that. I won't tell anybody. Don't hurt me!
This allows you to access services that are region locked, like specific Netflix shows, and you can even get cheaper prices on flights or download games released earlier in other countries. Get it on Windows, get it on Apple, get it on Android, get it on your face. Whatever you do, head to the description below and go to the link expressvpn.com/caddy and find out how to get 3 months of this service for absolutely free.
Who knows? When you use it, you might even be able to find a cheaper price on Blue's Clues for the PS1. I mean, seriously, the clue that they need to find is someone dumb enough to pay that much for a baby game.
Next up, we have Barbie Explorer. Action as never before. Oh, wow. Does that mean that Barbie might bend her elbows? And would you look at that, she's actually doing more than using her joints. Check out this epic minecart video sequence. This is some dangerous stuff here. Barbie is looking like she's loving it. She looks pretty excited about death. So in this game, Barbie has taken it upon herself to find the missing pieces of a mystic mirror. Why? No clue. I thought she'd be too worried about breaking a nail. But if anything, I'm a little bit confused as to why we're in the middle of a story all about a mystical power that will reawaken and most definitely end humanity if we find all the pieces of an ancient artifact. This is a Barbie game, right?
All I want to do is roller skate up to my convertible with my BFF.
Hang on, Sunshine. What do we have here? VR training. What, like Metal Gear Solid? Watch out, world. Solid Barbara's coming through. Now, in virtual reality, you can do all sorts of things with Barbie, like teleport onto swinging vines, walk like an old lady with rickets, not jump onto climbable walls because God forbid we put any actual fun into our platformer, and then we get absolutely decked in the face by opening doors. What's my name this time? KFC. Because by the looks of it, Barbie could do with one. She looks like if she pushes too hard, she'll snap her legs like a stick. So when we get into the actual...
It looks like if she pushes too hard, she'll snap her legs like a twig!
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
I mean, I could invite it. Wait, I don't know.
Look at this.
Hey, just mine.
Whoops.
All of a sudden, you cuss and you hear that. Oh.
Get back here.
Everything's just floating. Oh, shit, wait.
One more